In this section, we are going to discuss about the topology that we will be working upon in this particular series. So you can see on the screen that we have two spine switches and three leaf switches. We have spine 1, spine 2, leaf 3, leaf 4, and leaf 5. So spine 1 is having the VTAP address of 11111 or 1.1.1.1. Spine 2 is having the VTAP address of 2.2.2.2. Leaf 3 is having VTAP address of 3.3.3. Leaf 4 is having 4.4.4, and likewise VTAP 5.5.5, which is for leaf 5. So I chose it, I kept it quite simple because we have spine 1. So VTAP starting with 1 is spine 1. Spine 2, VTAP started with 2. VTAP starting with 3, it is leaf 3. Likewise, leaf 4 starting with 4, leaf 5 starting with 5. Then on spine 1 and spine 2, we have Ethernet 1 by 1, 1 by 2, and 1 by 3. All you can see that we have proper symmetry. Spine 1 and spine 2, you can see Ethernet 1 by 1 is going to leaf 3, and Ethernet 1 by 2 also on the leaf switches. You can see that Ethernet 1 by 1 is connected to spine 1. You can see on all the leaf switches, leaf 3, leaf 4, leaf 5, and likewise Ethernet 1 by 2 is connected to spine 2. You may see that in our most of the labs, I'll use only spine 1, because if I'll own all of the devices, then our lab may get hang, because I have only 64 GB of RAM in my laptop. So, but even though we'll keep spine 2 off, we'll do each and every lab properly. Okay, so there is there will not be any problem that if we keep spine 2 off, though I mean we'll not be able to see the redundancy, but if possible in some of the labs, I'll show you both of the spines also. Okay, so that you can see that we have two neighbor shape, and also we can see if ECMP is working properly on the leaf switches or not. Okay, but anyways, so the IP schema is also quite simple. Let's say if you see the connection between spine 1 and leaf 3. So spine is having the number 1, leaf is having number 3, right? So 1 3, the combination is 13, and we'll use 13.1.1 slash dot 0 slash 24 IPs. And the last, in the last octet, if it is 1, it means it is the spine 1. If it is 3, so it is leaf 3 interface. So it means that the link between spine 1 and leaf 3, spine 1 IP address will be 13.1.1.1, leaf 3 interface will be 13.1.1.3. Likewise, you can take example of any interface. Let's say interface between leaf 4 and spine 2. So spine 2 and leaf 4, so the value is 24. We'll start with the lower value, so 2 and 4, so 24. So spine 2 IP will be 24.1.1.2. leaf 4 IP address will be 24.1.1.4. Also, I changed the MAC addresses so that we can, in the captures, we can easily identify if it is the spine interface MAC or if it is the leaf interface MAC, something like that. Okay, you can see that these values 0011, 0012, 0013, these are the MAC addresses of interface of spine. Similarly, on spine 2, the MAC addresses are 0021, 0022, 0023. On leaf interface, you can see the MAC addresses on interface 1 by 1, it is 3131. On the interface which is connected to spine 2, it is 3232. On leaf 4, you can say we have 4141 and 4242. Likewise, on 5 or leaf 5, we have the MAC address configured as 5151 on interface connected to spine 1 and 5252 on interface connected to spine 2. On the hosts, you can see we have configured the, we used the subnet of 10 for VLAN 10 and subnet of 20 for VLAN 20. So on host 1, you can see we have the MAC IP address 10.1.3 and MAC is 111. On host 2, we have IP of 20.1.1.3, MAC of 2222, on leaf 4. So you can see that on leaf, the host connected to leaf 3, they are having the IP address ending with .3. Hosts which are connected to leaf 4, the IP addresses are ending with .4. Similarly, on leaf 5, the IP addresses are ending with .5. Okay, and for each host, I modified the MAC address. I can also show you. If I, let's say, go to leaf 3, so you can see this interface, for example, which is connected to spine. You can see with the MAC address command, I modified the MAC address of this particular interface. Okay, so you can see 3131. If I go to interface 1x2, I did not configure so far for spine 2 because it is shut down right now, but you can see that I have modified it for interface connected to spine 1. You can say 3131, or you can maybe check on any device that you want. Let's say leave 5, or sorry, it is host 5 also. You can check. Sure, you can see it is having the IP address, this one, so it is having the MAC address of 5555. If you go to, let's say, leaf 5 and you check the interface connected to spine, it is having the MAC address of 5151. Check here, 5151. Okay, you can also check on spine if you want, and all the interfaces you can see MTU is configured as 9000. You can check on spine. You can see here that Ethernet 1x1 connected to leaf 3. It is having MAC address 0011. For leaf 4, 0012. For leaf 5, 0013. You can verify it. 0011, 0012, 0013. Okay. Specifically, we are going to use VLAN 10 and 20 in our labs. So for VLAN 10, we will use VNI 10, 10, 10. For VLAN 20, we will use VNI 20, 20, 20. Okay. And on all the leaf switches, you can see that VLAN 10 interfaces, all the leaf switches, VLAN 10 interfaces are having interface 1x3, and all the interfaces that are part of VLAN 20, they are connected with Ethernet 1x4, right? This Ethernet 1x5 I connected for a different lab. I mean, to showcase a different scenario that we will discuss later, but mainly in our labs, you will find will work with these hosts, or from host 1 to host 6. So this is the lab that we are going to work upon in this series. So maybe you can take a screenshot of it, and then you can use it as a reference, and you can follow it along the configuration that I will do. I hope this will make more sense to you that once we'll start the practicals, and thanks for watching.